Yoga Academy for beginners. In this video, I'll share with you about standing poses such as tree pose, dancer pose, hand to big toe, and half moon. We will check the alignment and the modifications. Later, we will have a short flow to combine all these poses. Let's start. Namaste. Welcome, guys. This is our day 3 of Yoga Academy, and today we will focus on finding balance in standing poses. Why is it so important to find the balance not only in yoga but in life as well? Because it helps us to find that strength, that inner calm and focus, and help us to feel more confident, right? So if you ever felt wobbly or shaky in yoga, that's absolutely normal. Finding that strength and the stability, either you're on one leg or it's just life situation in general, so that takes lots of time to build and to gain. There are 3 things that you need to consider to work on improving your balance. First of all is to feel really grounded with your foot or feet to the mat, to the ground. Feel it, feel the surface and find that connection. So all the intention goes into the feet and like you feel like you're rooting to the ground. Second one is actively using your core. That's really important to find the stability and balance. And third one, which is I would say even more crucial in finding balance, is finding your drishti, which is a point you look at, unmoving point, so you can find that concentration on one spot and just keep the gaze there. Finding drishti in yoga plays really important role. Any pose. So let's say we're warrior 2, our drishti here on the middle finger, when our hands are here, drishti on the thumbs or in between the eyebrows, and so on. So let's work on that. We will have a few standing poses. For today's practice, I suggest you to have a strap and the block. We will have a few modifications to improve the poses. And if you don't have a strap, really one nice thing you can use is any towel, or you can use that strap you put around your mat when you rolling it back. That's pretty safe. You need just something long and that you can hold in your hand. So feel free to grab anything that you have around. Also, you can grab a notebook, stop the video, make some notes, and later you can review and practice more. So first part of the video, we will focus on the theory and a little bit of practice, and then we'll have a short flow to see how it goes within the flow. Let's get started, enough talking. The first standing pose is a tree pose. Most common pose that for sure, even if you're not a yogi, you've seen it on the pictures or people doing the pose. So it's represents its name, tree pose. So we're making a shape of a tree, either here or here. So this pose is a basic pose to find that balance and stability, to learn how to stabilize your body while you're staying on one foot, and at the same time maybe your hands are here or you holding your leg. So let's see the options. And one really important thing in all the poses, standing poses, that you need to spread your toes wide and like you want to grab the mat. So imagine this is my foot and you're pressing your foot into the mat, spreading the toes, and then you really want to do this movement, grabbing. So this is how you find that stability in any standing pose. You want to be rooted to the ground, really feel the surface.
That's why I would suggest you to practice, especially the first practices, without any socks, even without a yoga socks, to feel that connection. Because we're wearing shoes nowadays, right? And we rarely walk barefoot, so we're really losing, unfortunately, that connection to the ground. So while you're walking on the mat barefoot, you're doing the poses, you slowly, gradually reconnecting, coming back to the roots, yeah, that we get used to do it before. So let's come, I will stay in the middle of the mat so you can see me from the side. Let's start with the right leg. So first you want to lift your left leg up and firmly ground your right foot to the mat. That's the first thing. You can have a few breaths here until you feel stable. For most of the people, believe me or not, even this pose will start feeling not really stable and pretty shaky. So the second you will place your leg here, right? Or look, this is the full variation. Leg here, your shin or your ankle. Choose any option. You can stop the video now and try. Then, if your leg is here, I will just proceed with the old instruction for full variation and then we'll see what we can do. So your leg can be here. You can hold first your ankle to find the stability. In this pose, your hips is a center of gravity here, right? There's the base and center of gravity here, your hips and your core. That's the thing that's stabilizing you in this pose. You want to open the hips to the front and open the leg. Yeah, finding the balance. You can help yourself with the hands first. See, counterbalance here, and place the hands here, here, or hold the hand. Then, if you feel not that shaky, gradually placing the hands over your head, and then you can shift the gaze up, finding the balance slowly. And then you can even try to close your eyes. That's pretty challenging, but you should try it. If you want more detailed explanation about tree pose, check out my previous video from Yoga Academy only about tree pose. I think that's pretty it for tree pose. You will need to practice it as much as you can, then you will find the stability. And remember, I told you about drishti. So for tree pose, your drishti can be somewhere in front of you, some point unmoving. I suggest you not to do it in front of the mirror, because when you see the mirror, it's so distracting. Later, you can check your position, your pose, how do you look at the mirror, or maybe even better, you just place a camera if you want to see like a kind of a feedback, but don't practice in front of the mirror. Also, you can try to perform tree pose by the wall and maybe standing by the chair. So yeah, if you feel too wobbly, you just hold something, or you can ask some of your friends or family members to help you here, depends. And just try to stabilize, yeah? Slowly remove the hands and proceed with all the movements. Let's come to the second pose. This is our, usually they come one by one. For the tree pose, we are stabilizing, finding the balance, open the right or left hip to the side then. So let's go with the same leg. So we were here. Now we're grabbing, first we can grab the knee to press it into our belly, but keep the spine, so not rounded spine, spine straight, as close as you can, yeah? And you're pulling your knee towards the body. Then next stage is extended hand to the big toe pose. So we're grabbing, let's grab with the two hands first. This is the pose, right? One hand, or we can go in a full variation, and ideally you want to turn your head to the opposite side of your leg. So if we are in this pose, extended leg, I suggest you to grab with a palm but not the two fingers. As the practice shows, most of the times it can lead to injury. So to avoid that, it's still safer to do it with the palm, and it will give you a much much better grip of the foot. Yes, so you grab it here and the thumb presses between your big toe and the next toe, yeah? So you're just pressing with your hand and then extending. That's where we need lots of support. Even for me, sometimes when my body is not too warmed up, really good warm up I need for these poses, I suggest you to use a strap or a towel. So for now, even a little bit of length can have a big impact on the performance. So you grab on it and it's already much easier. Even the distance become like this, it's much easier to control all the movements. So you're standing here. Okay, so this is hand to big toe pose, and of course we can also do one option when we reverse. So it's revolved. Let's say you are here, left leg extended, and left hand is reaching to the foot. Now you switch the hands, and you start twisting your torso, and ideally look to the side or over your back shoulder. Yeah, and you want to lift your leg higher and higher. And the most important thing here is also to find the base. Hips are square to the front. Even, of course, the twist, they will be slightly tilt, but intentionally you're squaring your hips and engaging your core. Drishti, of course, is going to be your side if you're looking here. Do not move your head too fast. It's better to stay for a couple of breaths in one position, even keeping the gaze to the front. Then if you feel like everything is getting stable, slowly, I would say like 10 degrees, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, yeah? Moving really slowly. There is no rush. That's the beautiful part of practicing at home. You can pause the video and try more and more and more. Sometimes in the class you will not have this opportunity to just, hey, teacher, stop, I want to try more. So this what really helps me to grow is a self-practice at home. One more pose we're gonna check is a dancer pose. I will stay on the same leg, on the right leg, and I will use a strap for this pose. You're welcome to use it or not. Actually, nothing is changing except that you're having extra space for you to go for a back bend. So for the dancer pose, let's say you're on the right, again, rooting yourself first, tailbone in, spine straight, lengthen your whole body. Then you bend the knee and imagine you're having a plate here, yeah, like a waitress, and you're placing your leg and you're placing your hand under your foot, and that's how you get the grip. So you're grabbing your foot from the inside, not outer part, but inside. So you are here. First, have a couple of breaths here, find the stability. Then start bending this standing leg slightly and moving, at the same time moving the torso to the front and the leg pulling back towards the back of the mat. So I would say that the most important to give all the attention to this leg. The concentration is here, yeah? Not you're just going down and hanging this leg, it's just okay, it's in my hand. Instead, you're doing opposite. So you start pulling the leg, you can even place the hand here, micro bend the knee and pull. So you will feel like you're having already a nice back bend. You're not going too low, and if you want, you can extend. Yeah, this is very close to the full variation. My back bend's not the best. I need to work more on that, but keep pulling the leg more and more. In this pose, it's not only about the balance, it's lots of strength and the flexibility and strengthening for our hip flexors, our glutes. So not only standing leg is working. And the variation with the strap, pretty same. So you're grabbing the foot. Yeah, now you're not holding the foot, so you just do the same. Yeah, it gives you much more space. Again, engage. Here you pull, where is your foot? You pull, 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 opening more and more and more. What really helps for this pose is stand by the wall. So imagine there is a wall and you are just holding. Perfectly helps your body to feel stable, you feel safe, and you can really work on both legs, standing and that one that is bent, and your nice back bend. One more pose for today is a half moon, and we're gonna use a block. So for the half moon, we're facing to the front of the mat, placing the block. Where to place your block? So usually is like one block distance, or I would say 1.5 of your palms. Yeah, it could be in line with your standing leg or slightly to the side. So I suggest you to put slightly to the side and you'll see which works better for you. Let's do it on the right leg. So what you're gonna do is, again, micro bend this standing leg, start lifting the left leg. You can place the hand onto your torso. Now you're standing on the block. Flex the back foot and start bringing all the awareness to your hips and your glutes. So stabilization is happening here. Your block, your hand, is only support for this pose. And of course your basement is on your foot. So you're standing here trying to lift your torso, keeping one line, stabilizing. Then if possible, lifting the left hand up, yeah, and start twisting the torso. What's happening with our hips here? So before we were squaring them to the front. Now when we come into the pose, we want to open them to the side as much as we can. Don't forget to engage here your glutes, full engagement. And then we're lifting the hand first, twisting the torso, neck stays in line with the spine. Keep the gaze down first. Try to perform without the block. Sometimes it's for me much easier, I don't know why. And keeping the gaze up. See, when you're moving the gaze too fast, the balance not stable. Yeah, and then coming back. Then lifting up, and we're in our Tadasana. Let's sum it up, everything in one short flow, where we're gonna do a few circles to warm up and then see how we can combine these poses all together. Let's do it. Let's come to the front of the mat. So first place the block away, find the stability, big toes together. I will try to give less instructions, so we will really focus on each asana and how you feel in this asana. Remember, this is your practice. I'm only to guide you through. Feel free to modify and find what works better for you. Coming into Tadasana, heels apart, feet apart, or can big toes together. Tailbone in, shoulders back, open the hands. Few breaths here to come back to ourselves. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, Ujjayi. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale slowly. Place your hands in front of your heart. Namaste. We open our short sequence for finding balance. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold. Inhale, raising up, hands by the sides. Again, inhale up, exhale, rolling down. And rolling up, hands up, look up, hands in front of your heart and by the sides. One more, inhale and exhale. Rising up, rounding the spine, hands up, your heart, and by the hands coming into the chair. Inhale up, staying here for 5. Tailbone in, weight on your heels. 3. And release in a forward fold. Inhale halfway up, hands to the shins, straight spine, straight legs, and stepping into the plank. Staying here for 5. We want to warm up our body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees, chest, chin, close elbows, lift up. In your full upward dog, lift the knees or stay in the high cobra. Engaging the glutes, feet are here. Bend the knees and coming into your downward dog. One, inhale. Exhale, getting lower. 2, inhale. And exhale. 3, inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. Step to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your hands behind your ankles and try to pull yourself closer. Warming up the spine, our hamstrings. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale halfway up and then release once again. Bend the knees, start rolling up. Hands up, look up. Interlock the fingers and gentle back bend. Engage the glutes first to protect your lower back. And we're going in a gentle back bend. Release, hands in front of your heart. You stay where you are or you come to the middle of the mat as I did, so you can see me. Depends where I am at your place. Yeah, you want to face me so you can see that you don't need to turn your head. Starting with let's start with the left. So shift all the weight on the left leg, right heel up, finding the balance. Inhale, knee to your chest. Find the stability here. Then choose the option, your heel, your shin, or your groin. Hold your leg here if needed. Place the hand to the waist, or place your hands in front of your heart. Staying here, finding stability. Today I feel really wobbly on this leg, I don't know why. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay on the same leg if possible. Grab your foot first with 2 hands and extend. Try to keep your spine straight. Now release one hand to the side for counterbalance. Stay here for 3. Lift higher. 2, 1. And now try to extend it to the side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back and release. Now we want to come in our half moon, so keep the knee bent and lifting the leg up and coming to the floor. So grabbing the block if needed, placing your left leg there first, opening the hips to the side. Stay here. Choose the option with block or without. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, remove the block, and again lifting up. Release the leg for a second, grab a strap if needed, place it to bend the right leg, place it over your foot, find the grip, so you're here, micro bend the left, so here first keep doing this, even your torso slightly not even close to parallel to the floor, so you're doing this movement is most important in dancer, and then you're going down. I really like kicking the leg, the foot back, so it helps me to lift my torso up, have a nice back bend, and also stretch and strengthen my flexors. For 5, kick higher. 3, remember about drishti. 2, 1, release, and you can release the leg. Again, come into the half moon. Now we can try the reverse half moon, so use the block or not. Place the right hand to the floor and lift your left leg up. Again, center of gravity in your hips. Keep the gaze up. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Legs together, releasing in a forward fold. And we do the same on the left side. Raising up, hands up, and in front of your heart. Release the hands, and we're coming to the left side. So spread the toes wide, lift the left heel, stay here, stabilize. Inhale, lift the knee up, pull it closer, point the foot. Stay here, pull closer and closer. Warming up our flexors here. Then grab the foot and place it to your groin, over your shin or over your ankle. Choose the position of your hands. Find the balance. If possible, slowly move the hands over to your head, reaching higher to the ceiling. Do not arch your back in the lower back area. Try to tuck your tailbone in. For 3, 2, 1, release. Now grab your foot, your ankle, and then your foot with both hands and extend. First, and then release your right leg, hand up, or place it on your waist, and then start staying here first. Pull your shoulders back, opening to the side the leg, and extending the right hand to the side. If possible, keep the gaze to the right. For 3, 2, 1, release to the front, and then bend the leg. And we're coming to our dancer. Choose the option with a strap or without. So start bending this front standing leg and start kicking. So this movement, you want to engage your quads and kick the leg. Counterbalance with the hand. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. release gently, and coming into our half moon. I'll move slightly to the front. For some reason I'm too far away. First, can choose option with the block or not. So I'll try without the block. Engage the glutes, flex the foot, optional hand up and gaze up. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, 1, release the hand to the mat. Let's try the revolved half moon. I didn't explain it to you, but it's pretty the same, only the twist happening in the torso, and hips are now squared to the front, not open to the side. Start twisting the torso for 3, 2, 1. Release in a forward fold. Now raising up once again. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees and sit down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, open the chest. Open your heart. Squeeze your scapulas together. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we can go in a child's pose. So move to the back of the mat. You can use the block if you have nearby to place under your forehead. So extra support. We're closing here in a child's pose. Feel the nice stretch over your armpits, your shoulders, and of course your spine. Now we are grounding ourselves after challenging wobbly, shaky poses. It's a different way to ground yourself. First with standing poses, another one letting go and accepting everything, surrender to the Mother Earth. Feel yourself connected to the universe, to the divine energy. Simply surrender to the mat. Finding this inner strength to perform on the mat, to conquer your thoughts, to find that mind and body connections takes lots of efforts, mentally and physically. That's why we need this time right now, laying down to reset. Keep your eyes closed, coming to the seated positions. Place your hands on your knees. Open your chest, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, hands up, and release. Open the hands wide. 3 more like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Interlock the fingers. Lift yourself up. The torso. Slightly arch the spine. And round the spine, lowering down. Now come up. Hands in front of your forehead. Bowing down to ancestors, to yoga teachers, to the masters of who created the method. Bowing down to ourselves for finding time and dedicating this time for ourselves. Namaste. Thank you once again for joining me on the mat, and I see you in upcoming video for our Yoga Academy. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day.